But is there a principle at stake? Well, there's a variety of principles at stake. And so if I stop or lose all of the woke licensing enterprises, they'll just have their sway. All the physicians in Canada are terrified to say what they think. Anybody who's governed by a professional college, they censor themselves like mad. And it's really appalling for psychologists, because all of the psychologists who are properly trained, they know that all of this is a lie, and not just a lie, a malevolent, vicious, and destructive lie. Everything about it's a lie. You know, Musk revealed the other day that the professionals that were interacting with him in regard to his transitioning son told him that if he didn't abide by their dictates, that his son was much more likely to commit suicide. That's a lie. No one who's educated as a psychologist believes that to be true. No one. At minimum, if you're educated, what you understand is that underneath gender dysphoria is something more substantial, which is a proclivity towards depression and anxiety. If you're depressed and anxious, you have a higher risk of suicide. You have to account for that before you attribute any of the remainder to gender dysphoria as such. And everyone who's a psychologist also understands that body-focused discomfort for women at puberty is normative. Because when women who have a higher probability of being depressed and anxious do become depressed and anxious, it preferentially takes the form of bodily discomfort. That's been known forever. So Chloe Cole, for example, no one explained that to her. No one sat her down and said, well, you're not very... She told me that the reason she decided to transition was because she kind of had a crush on Kardashian and that body type, you know, hyper curvy, hyper feminine. And Chloe realized when she entered puberty that she was probably going to have a boyish figure. And Chloe's a very attractive person. She would have had no trouble attracting the attention of men. But, you know, she was 11, 12, what the hell does she know? And she wasn't going to be the woman she had envisioned. She didn't really understand that, you know, there's a variety of female forms that men find attractive. That's for sure. And she certainly would have fallen into that category. She didn't know that it was typical for girls to undergo a fair bit of confusion when they hit puberty, and that would take the form of negative emotion. No one told her that. They just rushed her down the puberty blocking and surgical pathway. That's inexcusable.
It's evil.